Peggy 3.
You're watching another episode of The Boot Room, where every week myself and Darren Cross from Match Magazine give you more tips for FIFA 14. And this time we're looking at advanced free kicks, aren't we, Darren?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to look at bringing other players into play over the ball and creating new free kicks that can cause your opponents problems.
So where should we start first?
So we should probably start with bringing other players into play, which you can do simply by holding left trigger or right bumper to bring up to 2 teammates to stand over the ball with your original kicker. And then you can use those in the same way that you would with the regular taker. So if you hold left trigger, for example, and shoot, the guy to the left of the ball will take a shot, you can pass. Or you can dummy the ball by doing the fake shot move, which is probably something we should talk about too.
And the same for the right bumper, that would be the player on the right?
Exactly, yeah. So whatever you want the player to do, you just do it by holding the original button that you used to call them in.
So the fake shot you do by holding down shoot and then pressing any other button to cancel that. So how would you go about doing that in this situation?
Yeah, so if I wanted to dummy it with the player that I called in with left trigger, I would just hold the left trigger down and then power up a shot and cancel with the short pass button. He would then run over the ball, and then if I wanted to, I could do the same with either the original taker and shoot with the guy that I brought in with RB, or I could dummy it with the RB guy and shoot with the original taker. There really are lots of possibilities.
So in what situation would you want to use a dummy?
So one of the ways I like to use it is to have a guy run over the ball and then wait for him to make his way into the box and then look for him with a through pass or a short pass. Sometimes you can just catch your opponent out, they're not expecting you to play that through ball. It's difficult to get it to work, you have to get the timing exactly right, but when it does, you might end up in a one-on-one situation and give yourself a good opportunity to score.
Now you've got some other good ways of scoring, or at least getting a shot on target, and that's the scoop shot as well. I do like this one.
Yeah, I really like this one. It's a bit harder to score with it, but it looks really cool when it does work. So to do this, you'd hold left trigger down and then just to give a really short tap on the long pass button. And what will happen here is your player will kind of scoop it up, ready for a nearby player to either volley it or to take a touch on it if you've got a bit more space, and then get a good sort of long shot in on goal. And it is a really nice one, but like I say, it's not going to work every time.
So that scoop manoeuvre, that's quite similar to the layoff, isn't it?
Yeah, and the layoff is again a free kick that I really like to use quite a lot, and it is probably a little bit more reliable than the scoop up, because you're not volleying the ball. So the way to do this is to hold left trigger again and then hit the short pass button to simply lay the ball off to a nearby teammate. Depending on how hard you hold the short pass button will dictate where the ball goes. So a short press of it will knock it to the nearest player, whereas a longer press will miss the nearest player out and it'll go to the furthest player away. And again, you might use that to your advantage to catch an opponent out.
Now you've got another really cool one which I've seen and I really like, and that's when you dink it over the wall and then take the shot with the player on the other side to score. That's really quite cool.
Yeah, I really like it. It's a really tricky one. I have to say, I very rarely score with it, but I still like to try it from time to time. The way you do this one is you have to actually go and create a set piece in the arena and make sure that you organise one of your players to run behind the wall. And then when you come to take the free kick, you wait for that run to start and you can just chip it over the wall using a short press with the lob through pass. And you will just dink it over the wall and hopefully into the path of your teammate, but it is very difficult.
Certainly very satisfying when that goes right. Now tell us about a new one you've been doing. This is new for FIFA 14 for you at least, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's a 1-2 with the player in the wall, and as you said, it's something that I've just started using in 14 and I really like it. It actually seems quite effective if you can time it right. So the way that I do it is I call a player in with RB and then keep hold of RB and kind of aim towards the wall as long as I've got a teammate in the wall. You'll find with certain angles and certain situations you haven't always got a teammate standing close to the wall, and that's the key thing for this move. So if you have got that, keep hold of RB, aim towards him and press the short pass button, and then as soon as he receives the ball, press the short pass button again to knock it straight back to the original taker, and you should find you've got a bit more space then to take a touch or have a first time shot at goal if the angle's right. And again, when it works, it looks great.
Great, certainly some things to try there. Maybe if you're 3 or 4 goals up and just want to try a bit of flair. Darren, what are we looking at next time?
Next time we're going to look at some new celebrations and a new skill move in the 2014 FIFA World Cup Brazil game.
Wonderful, look forward to that. Don't forget you can catch Darren in Match Magazine every Tuesday. Don't forget to check out their Facebook page too. Details are on screen there. We'll see you next time for those tips on The Boot Room.